10 years is a long time to hold your breath. I did not know I was holding mine until the day I finally let it out. When my phone rang that evening, I almost did not answer. I had trained my heart not to expect anything anymore. Hope can be a painful thing when it keeps coming back empty. The screen showed a number I did not recognize. I stared at it while it rang and rang again. My hands were slow, like they did not belong to me. Something deep inside whispered, "Answer it." So I did. There was silence on the other end, not the cold silence I had grown used to. This one felt alive, like someone was gathering courage. Then I heard breathing, and then a voice I had waited 10 years to hear. "Mom," she said, just one word, soft, careful. In that moment, 10 years of hurt stood still, and then she said through words that changed everything. "I am sorry. I became a mother at 23. I remember how small my daughter felt in my arms. She smelled like warm milk and new beginnings. I promised her that day I would always be there. I meant it with my whole heart. Her name is Lina. She was a quiet child, but she watched everything. She noticed moods, silences, and small changes. She learned early how to be careful with feelings. I did not realize how much of that came from me. Her father worked long hours. I stayed home and raised her with simple routines, morning breakfasts, school lunches, bedtime stories. Our life was not perfect, but it was steady. Or at least, I believed it was. As Lena grew older, she grew more independent. She asked questions I did not always know how to answer. She wanted freedom, and I wanted safety. I thought love meant protection. I did not see how tight my grip had become. When she turned 18, she changed. She wanted to move out, travel, make her own choices. I worried about the world hurting her. She worried about me holding her back. We both loved each other, but we spoke different languages. Our home became quiet in a new way, not peaceful, careful, like we were both walking on thin ice, waiting for something to crack. The arguments did not start loudly, they started with sighs, with pauses that lasted too long, with words left unsaid. Those can hurt the most. I questioned her plans. She questioned my trust. She said I did not believe in her. I said I was afraid for her. Neither of us felt understood. One night, she came home late. I asked where she had been. She rolled her eyes, tired and frustrated. I raised my voice without meaning to. She went silent. That silence followed us for months. We ate meals without really talking. We passed each other in hallways like strangers. I missed her even though she was still there. That hurt more than I expected. Then came the day she packed a bag, not a big one, just enough for a few days. She said, "I need space," she told me. Her voice was calm, but her hands were shaking. I wanted to beg her to stay, but pride stood in my way, so I nodded and said, "Do what you need." She hugged me lightly and walked out the door. I stood there long after it closed. The house felt hollow, like something important had left with her. I told myself she would come back soon. I was wrong. Days passed, then weeks, then months. At first, she sent messages, short ones, "I am okay." Busy, then those stopped too. I called, no answer. I left voicemails that sounded cheerful. I did not want her to hear my fear. Eventually, I stopped calling. One afternoon, a letter arrived. I thought it was from her. My hands shook as I opened it, but it was only a bill. I sat down and cried anyway. That was the day I understood. She was not coming back soon. She was not just taking space. She was building a life without me in it, and I did not know how to be part of it. I replayed every argument in my mind, every sharp word. Every time I did not listen, I saw my mistakes clearly for the first time, and the weight of them was heavy. I wrote her a letter. I did not defend myself. I did not explain. I only said I loved her and that I was sorry if I ever made her feel small. The letter came back and opened. Wrong address, no note, no explanation, just silence. That silence lasted 10 years. During those 10 years, life went on, but it felt like something was missing, like a song that never finished. I learned to live with the quiet, but I never got used to it. Every birthday of hers, I lit a candle, just one. I whispered her name into the flame. I wondered where she was, if she was happy. I worked on myself, slowly, painfully. I learned how fear can wear the mask of love. I learned how listening matters more than speaking. Then one evening, the phone rang, a number I did not recognize. A feeling I could not explain, I answered, and then I heard her. Mom, I could barely breathe. Tears filled my eyes. I am here, I whispered. She cried. I listened. She said she had needed time to heal, to grow, to forgive. Then she said the words, 3 soft words. I am sorry. They were not loud. They were not dramatic. But they carried 10 years of pain and 10 years of love. We talk now, not every day, but honestly, carefully, with respect. Our relationship is different, but it is real, and it is growing, slowly, like trust does. I learned that love is not control, it is space, it is patience, it is listening even when it hurts. 10 years of hurt ended with 3 soft words, and sometimes that is all it takes. Not to erase the past, but to begin again. If you are waiting for someone you love, do not close your heart. Leave the door unlocked, because healing often arrives quietly and forgiveness often whispers.